What's up, everybody? Welcome to a special episode of the Tuman Show. I had some rumblings amongst a couple of my buddies, and we've got a challenge. What's the best way to spend $100 on a Turo for just a day? I'm the smartest person, as you know, so I have brand new GR86. I know you've heard great things about it from certain, journalists out there. And we're gonna see what these other two guys got. I'm pretty sure one of them got a turbocharged all-wheel drive thing that's gonna be a pain in the ass. And I have a feeling the other guy's gonna fulfill a dream and he's gonna fail miserably. So we'll see how it goes. Stay tuned. I'll bring you in when I arrive with everybody else. What did I say? I knew this guy was gonna be on some cheating BS. There is no way you got that for $100.
I did not.
An air-cooled 911.
Yes, sir.
You already spent $100 in gas. This guy is a cheater. And we'll see.
This.
Let's see if spending what, $500?
No.
$500. Don't lie.
400.
400 and change. Let's see if that is worth 5 times as much as this thing. It's not. I've called it. Whoops, I need to edit that out.
Good turning rating.
Yes.
Not what I was expecting, sir. No.
I predicted both of these. Welcome to the first ever special episode of The Tuman Show. Today, we find out if spending 5 times as much money on a 911 will provide 5 times the experience. All right, gentlemen. Hello, Alex. Andy.
How do you do?
So, we are trying to figure out if you can have fun with $100 on Turo, and you cheated, which we all knew you were going to cheat.
Yeah.
You bitched more than anyone else. I drove through a lot of traffic to get here. But that's part of the experience.
Yeah.
Okay? Good thing you didn't drive through traffic in that thing.
No.
Now a little bit of the bitching makes sense, right? Because you already have comments about the way that this thing drives.
Right.
Dude, discuss.
Okay, well, let's see.
This way.
So give us the specs. What are the specs here? What
It
is
has some patina. Okay, so it's a 1989 first half
89
of 89 3.2 Carrera.
3.2 Carrera.
Let's see, 130,000 miles. It's
broken
the
in.
steering
Well
feels.
broken
The steering feels great. Not what I'm.
It's an
used
80s
to.
German car.
Yes. It sounds wonderful. The transmission I find vague and unconvincing.
And this is not the 915. I don't think.
No, this is the
G50
better
car.
This is the G50
G50.
gearbox, and it still just feels like a sloshy mess. Maybe I'm just not used to it yet.
This man has never owned any vintage cars. The oldest car he owned, 1990s?
1990s.
And we were in the 1990s.
And we were in the 90s when he owned that car.
That's right.
All right. Andy,
Yeah. Okay.
your car doesn't even fit in the shot. I had to move it back.
Yeah. So here it is. Brand new almost. 2022 Subaru WRX. Not an STI. This has the bigger 2.4 motor.
Which mine has also.
271 horsepower. So
But mine
you get
doesn't have
nearly
turbo.
the same power as the older version WRX, right?
Okay.
It's not light, of course. I'm sure you'd imagine. 3,400 pounds.
I don't know what mine weighs, but yours is probably actually. That's not that light either.
What is it, 2,500 pounds?
No, it's close to 3,000.
Really?
Okay.
So my
Still-
car might be the lightest one.
Maybe.
My car has probably got the best balance.
Yeah. Okay. So, what year is your car? I think.
I don't even know.
Okay. So mine's a 2022, and I figured for under $100, if I can get a brand new car and enjoy something that I
Yes.
would have never,
Yes.
bought on my own or even considered, I would have never driven this car in a million years.
Pay
And I'm
attention,
actually glad
'cause
I did.
What he just said is what you want to experience for $100 on Turo. Granted, he did the same thing, but he spent a lot more. So if you want to spend $500 experiencing an air-cooled 911 and then be disappointed, this isn't a bad choice because it's got the best gearbox for an air cooled. It has the second best motor. The 3.6 is the one that people say is the best, biggest one. 3.2 is a great motor though. Motronic, no CIS to deal with.
Right.
And it sucks.
And you'll never buy one.
It's not your car, so we can
And
talk as much trash about it as we
believe it
want.
or not, this
Have at
car
it.
is probably, on a good day, almost 100 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost 100 grand.
100,000.
Nowadays, on a crazy day on Bring a Trailer or something, this car is $100,000.
On an average day, it's 80 grand all day long.
What you saw while these guys were chit-chatting, and I'll get to my car in a second, was me unsealing my envelope. Can you guys read what those two say? We made a guess
Wow.
on what they were gonna get.
Two
I
for
knew
two.
this guy was gonna cheat, and I was guessing that you were gonna get turbo all-wheel drive because I know you've been wanting to experience one of these.
You
And
knew it
sir,
was my birthday,
congratulations to you because you
Congratulations
chose
on
you
winning
chose
the
wisely.
game
Yes,
before we
Yes,
even-
check
you won.
number one.
You know,
First one. What
mine
did
is
you
wrong, and he didn't even bring one. So.
Mine's in here.
Okay.
pick? Which,
So maybe I thought long and hard about this, and maybe I thought too long and hard about this because I had Al
my
as
God.
a Jaguar F-Type.
Wow.
Okay.
can those be
because
found for $100?
I did find one.
That would have
Really?
been pretty cool.
It came up in the manual transmission menu,
Okay.
but I can't say for sure that it was because there was a couple cars on there that
Yeah.
they say they're manual, and it's like you can shift it yourself, and it's
Yeah.
like
No.
that's not a manual.
No.
Okay, so and Simon's guess. See that 340i.
Basically, what just drove by.
And this is after looking through Turo. So when I was looking at $100 to $150, these are the kind, I saw these cars. I was like, Simon's probably going to get this one. And why? Possibly within budget. And not a Miata BRZ or a Slingshot. So you get a pass
So-
because this one you
So
ended up
technically,
with. Yeah.
you were almost right because
Okay.
my first choice was a BMW M4. But the guy did not want to accommodate me having more mileage because I was going to drive.
It is Tuesday.
I know. I would have seen him today. When we spoke last week, I was like, I'll see you next Tuesday. And he's like, yes, I am.
Okay, so this is car number
That was
three.
car number one. Car number two, after that fell apart, was a Honda Civic Type R that I found for under $100. And I was very, very much looking forward to
the white
driving that. The yellow one.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think I might have seen that.
Yeah.
What year?
But like
probably
a
like
2020,
yeah.
a new one.
Ah.
The ugly ones.
Okay.
The ugly and very fast.
The ugly and very fast K20 turbo, which I definitely wanted to experience. But I was like,
That's
that'll be
screaming.
fun because I was like, it'll probably be an all-wheel drive. I'll have a front-wheel drive, and then who knows what this is. But look we've got them all covered. All-wheel drive,
Yeah.
rear, front engine, rear-wheel drive, rear engine, rear-wheel drive, and also I observed this while I was setting this all up. Flat engines.
Yeah, they're all flat. Yeah. So we have what?
So,
happens to you-
Alex-
almost a 40-year-old car.
It's Flat Tuesday.
Alex is
35
gonna
years
win one competition, and it's probably the best sounding engine.
Yes.
Does it have exhaust?
No. But it does sound wonderful. That's
It's a
10 out of
cool
10
flat
sound.
6, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that's.
But man, if you uncorked it.
Yes.
Okay, so do you at least have a place chosen? So the rules were no rules, basically, except keep it $100. And then each one of us was going to pick a place to drive. We'll test each other's cars out because I want to experience both of those, and I'm sure you guys want to experience the best car here. Then yeah, just Canyon drives. I'm assuming all of us chose a Canyon. Just say yes or no. Did you choose a Canyon for the destination? Yes?
Yes, as one of them.
As
Yes.
did I. Okay.
As one of them.
So
I have a couple little off,
Yeah.
off excursions, little short things if we want. If
Okay.
it's, within the schedule.
okay,
Yeah.
we got time. Let's get to it.
Yes, sir.
All right. I still think I chose the best car.
I
You guys already want to agree?
well, let's hear it why, bro.
Okay, I will say this. I like my car. You guys, because, I like the WRX though. It gave me confidence to just flick it, right? Like I
Yes.
went in hotter than I should have, went just ready for the car to just plow, and it just rotated.
Yeah.
It was kind of dull, probably because of the weight, probably because it's a stock new car, but I liked it. This one. This is a great car, but this car is $60,000-$70,000 without breaking a sweat just to get in.
Yep.
$80,000 plus for a nice one, and then you need to spend $20,000 to make it a good car.
To put all the things
that it needs. Because initially I was like, fuck this car. I'm glad I spent my money where I did. But towards the end of that little loop, I was starting to think like, all right, if I had more money, if I could do the things that I want to do, this would be a great car. Now, having said that, I still chose the right car for a $100 Turo experience. But case in point, new cars, pretty fucking good. Old
certain new cars.
Well, these ones.
These ones.
We weren't going to show up in a Corolla.
No.
Unless it was a GR86 or a GR, whatever.
Probably wouldn't have been within the budget.
It wouldn't have been within the budget.
So,
Which is not far off from.
which is another
your
cool
choice.
thing, just the fact that you can rent one of these nowadays.
Yeah.
You can rent an 88 Porsche 911,
89.
89. Of course, it's 4 times the price of those ones, but
You get to experience it without spending $80,000 and being disappointed.
yeah. So here's what I think about an 80s Porsche 911. So you can definitely feel the Germanness,
Yeah.
the 80s Germanness,
Right.
right? Yeah, I was a little disappointed, to be honest. Just, engine-wise, 3.2, okay. The motor, where I was expecting the biggest difference, I think the amount of weight, especially when you're talking between 2,000 and 3,000 pounds, a couple hundred pounds makes a huge difference.
Right. You drop some weight though. Weight is the enemy, right?
You're also talking about a 911, which technically is not a sports car, right? It kind of is, but it's more of like a GT-ish,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So you're getting all the cushiness on
Right.
the inside, the
So
leather,
you throw it all out.
yeah.
All right, the guy who bought it.
Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I
Let's
wanna-
talk about how great my car is.
Yeah. So, yeah, very blown away by that little red car over there. That thing was legit, man. They really stepped it up with that one. I've never driven the first generation, but I've walked around them and seen them up close.
I've driven a first generation on Turo also. It was an automatic though, and I was not impressed at all.
We didn't go too crazy pushing it around, but it was very flickable. I like the steering radius. I like the steering wheel, the size of the steering wheel, the seating position. Legit. Okay,
All right, Al.
Al, your thoughts?
Tell us why
about-
your car is the best one.
Everybody talks about these cars. The air-cooled 911 is the poster child now for your analog raw GT/sports
Don't use
car,
the V
right?
word.
I'm not gonna use the V word.
Which one is that?
You shall not say.
Oh, okay.
Vindicated. No.
Oh, I know the one.
coming from the what I'm used to, coming from what I drive, this feels a little cushier, it was very comfortable to drive.
As expected.
Absolutely hated the gearbox, but then again, it's a vintage car, quote unquote vintage car.
It's the G50 gearbox, not
That's
even the
true.
915 that everyone complains about.
I didn't think
Yes.
the gearbox was that bad, but also I've not drag racing it, so
Right. It sounds wonderful. You have to admit that. It sounds good.
sounds good.
Sounds good.
It
The
needs to be
steering
Distinct
is
80s air-cooled 911. You can
Yeah.
hear it from a mile away.
the steering feels great. It's not like earth-shattering, but the steering feels great. Driving those two cars, it's
No power steering,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah, no power steering.
Typical
which is,
rear mid-engine fashion.
which is great.
Yeah, it feels good. You really need to drive it.
It's very those two. First off, the white one I felt the most comfortable in. Like not comfortable like cushy like sofa whatever, but just I felt comfortable pushing it. The other one was the transmission was a little notchy. This one I could just toss in and it was great.
Oh, speaking of,
So-
steering feel was very different between the two cars. That
It
shocked
was.
me right
this
away.
one was
I thought they would
of
be
these
similar.
three cars.
Very
This one's the best one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the thing, though, and here's where the 911
what you're looking for,
gives the trump card that it does. Is both these cars are very insulated. They're much newer than this. You know, everybody loves new cars for technology, safety, performance, but you move further and further away from the tactile aesthetic stuff that this touches on. And then you drive an Elise, and then everything just
We're not talking about our cars.
So speaking of driving the cars, we're gonna hit the canyons now. We're gonna fire up the GoPro so you guys can join us inside. And
Hope that works out.
assuming it will all work.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll give it a shot.
We are en route to Andy's first destination.
The type of car you can drive up here, that's for sure.
I don't know where the hell we're going. Andy, explain what we're doing.
We're driving on like one of only 2 dirt roads left in Los Angeles County.
But
apparently.
why?
Because this is a rally car.
Yes, and that's what you do with your $100 Turo WRX.
So you be careful not to hit any bunny rabbits. Oh, wow.
Soft right, easy left, full throttle, hard right. Oh shit. Pushes. Samir, this way. Oh shit.
Oh shit. And that was it.
And that was it. And now we go back the way we came. Yeah, nobody else was gonna do that, thank God.
It's a good thing I brought the rally car.
Exactly.
I mean, is there any potential rippage in here, bro?
No.
No?
Only down the hill. Yeah, right there. Oh my God.
And that was that.
And that was that. see how far behind he is. One word.
That's a tough one actually. I have so many.
We got time. We'll see how long it takes him to get here.
Yeah. Well, fun is obviously
Yeah.
the first one. Surprising.
Yeah. I was
That thing kept its poise pretty well.
I was falling behind in some sections where it was obvious your car has torque pull. Like,
Yeah, it's just it's grip, torque. Yeah, not bad, man. Stock 2022 freaking Subaru.
yeah, a couple Subarus over here. Ignore the badge on the other one. Dunlops. Let's see what I got. Michelin's. Michelin. Pilot Sport 4s. Yeah, these are some good tires on this one. I was doing it. A minute 30 since I started recording. Let's take a pause. You want to give us a little snap? Give us a little snap and we'll come back when he comes back. Leisurely pace. All right, one word, describe your drive.
Wonderful.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar.
You missed your opportunity. Does your e-brake work?
One more click.
Yeah. Crackling is a good
I
sound.
mean, that kind of sums up what you would get a car like this for, and while keeping it stock, just take it out for a spin. You know, maybe put your favorite tape in the tape player.
That's why I got
Just
cassettes for
relax,
mine.
man.
Yeah. Well, I don't relax.
You're
in
not
mine.
going to set any records with this thing.
Certainly not with this guy behind the wheel.
That was awesome. I see now why people overpay for these things.
All right, so 2022 Subaru WRX. Not bad. Not bad. I was impressed, especially considering what this Turo thing entails, right? $100 a day. You get a 271 horsepower all-wheel drive car with a 6-speed gearbox for one day of screwing around in the canyons of Southern California. Why not? That's a perfect value to me. Yeah, this is a cool car, man. It took everything I threw at it, and I think it would be a good everyday sort of car. It can do a little bit of everything for you. Plenty of suspension travel. Like, that's a big gap, you know. That's okay. So we got beat by a Jeep. Still no sign of Captain Slow.
Yep. Anyways,
But yeah, really happy, man. Comfortable.
did it make you want to buy one?
It made me think about Subarus in general. Just the all-wheel drive experience. Turbo flat 4 is just it has personality. So yeah, would I look at Subarus? Hell yeah. Would I get a brand new one? Probably not. Just
But that's you.
I like the power, but
Yeah.
I think it could go for another 50, 100 more horsepower. Would be pretty good, and about 4,000 or 400 less pounds.
Right.
Right, so like right around the 3,000, 3,100 mark,
Okay.
and you got yourself a daily driver that could do anything you needed to in the city.
Nice. So, do I think my money was worth it? Absolutely. Not only did it provide the experience I wanted, but it also provided kind of a tease as to what I've been looking for in the future. I think the funny thing about all of us, when we rented these cars, we were just looking for something fun that we had an interest in. But what it did for all of us was plant a seed in what we might be having in our futures. Would I buy a GR86? No. If you want to buy one, do it. But I want an MR2, and my fingers are crossed that a new MR2 is coming. And this is proof that Toyotas are more than just boring Corollas and Camrys and family cars. This thing was lively, and if I owned one, I think I could really start to explore its limits. And today, I definitely was enjoying myself. So, would I buy one? No. Should you? If you want one, by all means, try it out. Worth the money. Is he gonna kill me? Is he gonna kill me?
Wow. Wow. I could see why everybody raves about these things. So, yeah, I mean, it's not the fastest thing in the world, not by a stretch. Is it more fun than like 90% of what you'll see on the road today? Absolutely. Steering is wonderful. Engine noise, throttle response, wonderful. I think the gearbox just for this specific unit here is a little wishy-washy, a little sloppy.
Needs some work.
It needs, yeah, just some
Needs some
bushings.
love.
Yeah.
But once it has that, then this would be just...
You can see why they were balling in the 80s with these things.
That's for sure.
Do you want to buy one?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Do you think you're actually gonna buy one?
No.
We're ending it there. We're ending it there.